Peace and riches blessings. I am Michael B. Beckwith, the host of Take Back Your Mind. Dynamic blessings and welcome to the Take Back Your Mind podcast, Life Question of the Week. As you know, individuals have the opportunity to email and to ask a question, and every week we seek to answer the question. Today, Leonardo is saying and asking, I've been meditating for over a year and a half. My meditation practice consists of a 6-phase or mantra meditation, a visualization, or simply focusing on my breath. I've had many beautiful sensations and emotions come up, but sometimes I wonder if the meditations are working. What are the signs that I'm connected, especially when emotions seem more subtle? Also, when I've meditated focusing on love and compassion or visualizing my future, I find myself crying. I surmise that it is simply something that needs to be released and healed. But what do you make of that? And sometimes when I visualize, I can clearly see the future. Other times, I only receive words. Is this the nature of visualization? Please help me better understand these experiences. Thank you. Leonardo, first of all, let me say I'm thankful, grateful that you wrote, and I'm very glad that you have a practice of meditation. You've been doing it now for a year and a half, so you are a beginner, and that's beautiful because we always want to maintain our beginning mind anyway. So just stay with the fact that you are a beginner even after you cross the 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, 20-year threshold. Always maintain the feeling tone of being a beginner where meditation is concerned. I appreciate what you're doing. You have a 6-phase mantra meditation, visualization. You focus on the breath. And you say, what are the signs that I'm connected? Especially when emotions seem more subtle. Basically, as one begins to have spiritual insight and their awareness begins to expand into the infinite consciousness of the presence, one of the clear signs are, are you more patient? Are you more loving? Is there a more quickness to forgive? Kindness, generosity, do these qualities flow through you? These are the signs following expansion of consciousness. It's not necessarily deep, gross emotions or feelings or lights and cameras, even though some people have very dramatic things that occur in meditation. Meditation slowly dissolves the impermanent debris on your perceptual windows that have become emotions and perceptions and points of view. Meditation cleans that out. It's spiritual therapy at its finest. Cleans it out so you become more and more clear. And when you become more and more clear, then the flow of the spirit, if that's what we want to call it, to say the flow of life, begins to have its way with you at an ever-increasing level. When you've meditated on love and compassion in the visualization of your future, you begin to cry. It's beautiful. You are releasing. Sometimes there's a releasing of toxins. People that have a tendency to cry over things have a tendency to live longer than other people because they're releasing toxins. Or it could be sometimes tears of joy, like an overwhelming a sense of connectivity. Sometimes before I speak at Agape International, as I'm sitting there meditating to catch the energy of my talk, sometimes I'll cry a little bit and shed a few tears, and it kind of opens me up. And they're not tears of sadness necessarily. They're just tears of just things are being cleared away. I become more spacious inside. So crying is a good thing. As you say, something that needs to be healed or released. Oftentimes tears are releasing some debris, some emotional trauma debris as well. Then you say, at times when I visualize, I can clearly see the future, and other times I only receive words. No two meditations are exactly alike. Who you are changes on a personality level, things you're responding to in the world, insights you've had even in your dreaming. So your meditation is going to carry a sense of changing. So sometimes you may feel a certain way, sometimes you may see something, sometimes you may hear something. It's not always the same. So you asking me, is this the nature of visualization? Sometimes individuals are able to visualize better than other times. Some people, it's very difficult for them to visualize, but they have deep feeling for things. So what you're describing is your entry point into meditation. We're all unique, individualized expressions of the Most High. So there's no cookie cutter. Everyone has their own experience of their own interior awareness, their own interiority. So it's going to be different for everyone. There are some things that can become common to us, but often we're having our own direct experience of our own inner encounter with insight and revelation, and we all have a different response to that. So, is this the nature? It's the nature for you. This is what happens to you when you meditate. I would advise, encourage you to keep a journal in which perhaps after you have a period of meditation, you just write down some of the insights and revelations that have occurred, some of the things that came up. Did you cry this time? So you can just begin to be more studying yourself, being more aware of yourself, examining yourself. And what happens is, with the desire to grow and unfold, to become the next great vision and version of yourself, you begin to, as you're looking at yourself, you're activating the observer effect with intention to grow. You become a student of yourself. And then you see the patterns. Then you see when the patterns dissolve and they're no longer in you, you'll see thoughts and beliefs. And then you'll see thoughts and beliefs that leave, that no longer serve you. Become a student of yourself. I would say that you're on a beautiful path. You've been meditating 1.5 years. You've had some tremendous insight. Your mantra, your breath, you're crying, feeling the love and the compassion. Keep going. There will be moments where there may be fallow time where you may not feel anything. Don't worry about it. You just play it. You just put your attention on it and keep on stepping. Journal. Keep your practice. It's going to change your life for the better. I guarantee that. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Leonardo, because I know you helped a lot of people by asking this question. Have a beautiful day. Hey, thank you for joining me today. If you'd like to ask a question, please email me at podcast@michaelbeckwith.com. And you know what? Your question just might be featured. Have a beautiful and bright day.